Okay, today is the 31st of December of 2020. I wanted to make some sort of a recap video of 2020. I kind of did this video like in November, about a month ago or something. But I actually wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you guys or with myself. So 2020, the year is coming to an end, and it was a really intense and strange year. Like, Jesus. I don't even know where to begin. It was so strange and it went by like so fast. It was by far, 2020 was by far the year that went by the fastest in my life. Giving you an overview of what I felt like was 2020, it was really a year of great transformation for me. I changed so much this year that it was crazy, and I did a lot of different stuff along the year, which I've never done before in my life with this kind of intensity, you know. At the beginning of 2020, I was writing my dissertation to finish my veterinary medicine degree. Yeah, and I basically finished my degree. So this year I became an official veterinarian doctor. So that was a big achievement of mine. It took 6 years to do this degree. There were some really stressful and difficult and I don't know, they were really hard years like for me, and this chapter of my life finally came to a close this year, which was a really big thing for me because I really needed to put that behind my back. During the summer, I got my first paid part-time job at the beach bar. Spent 3 months there, so I worked there July, August and September. And I had never worked at the bar before. I didn't have any experience serving at the tables and stuff like that, so it was a first time experience for me, and it was a really good experience. And yeah, it made me so well to do something different, because previously I only worked at jobs that were related to animals or veterinary medicine stuff. So working at that bar, it was kind of life-changing for me. I had a really positive experience, even though working at the bar wasn't really my thing, but I'm really happy that I did it. And then I finished my part-time job and I went to work as a volunteer at an animal shelter during the last 3 months of this year, so October, November and December. And I just finished yesterday. Yesterday was my last day at the animal shelter. I also never worked so long before as a volunteer before, so it was also a first time kind of experience for me, even though it was related to the animals. So I had previous experience in this kind of work field, but it was the first time that I worked so long as a volunteer at an association. This was a general overview of what I did this year. And then going to the second part of this video, I wanted to share a story with you. So yesterday was the last day, as I said to you, was the last day that I worked at the animal shelter. So yeah, I basically just had to pack all my stuff again. I'm getting pretty good at packing my stuff and, you know, just saying goodbye to things and people, and yeah, I'm getting really used to that. It's a bit like strange and at the same time a bit sad. I don't know, I really don't know how to describe that, but Anyway, overall I was feeling happy that the experience was ending because it meant that I'm actually going to start my gap year next month. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Yeah, I just packed my stuff into the car. Para quem não sabe, esta gatinha é minha. Não é minha, é uma gatinha cá do santuário que está a morar no meu quarto. E agora limpar ali a secretária e esta cena aqui. E ali o candeeiro. E acho que estamos prontos, Mia. O que é que tu achas? Já começo a fazer isto tantas vezes, de arrumar o quarto, que estou a ficar pro nisto. And I just left. I was driving home. It was weird because I was feeling really strange, like on my own skin. Deep down, I was actually a bit stressed with the whole situation of closing a chapter like all over again, and I guess I'm getting so used to getting away from places and saying goodbye to people. I'm getting so used to that I actually faced the day of yesterday with a lot of calm. I was really not fazed by it, you know. Like, if you saw me yesterday, you would say that, oh, she is not fazed at all to go away, you know, and to finish the experience. But actually, deep down, I was stressed. I was a bit tense, and I really wasn't processing everything. I was kind of just going about everything with you know, just stuffing my emotions, and I didn't really know what to feel, I guess. I got home and I was feeling a bit uncomfortable and I really didn't know what to do. So I decided to do some breath work, which is a type of meditation. It's like, oh my god, it was like a rush of emotions just washed over me, and it was really intense. I cried and everything, and I just really needed to. And then I found out that I was actually feeling tense from the whole situation, from, you know, especially from saying goodbye to the people and to a very special dog that I met there at the shelter. He's a rescue and he doesn't have a family, so he's living there at the shelter. I've seen a lot of dogs in my life and during my degree, and I never ever felt anything alike to what I feel for that dog. So that was another thing that really stressed me out, you know, saying goodbye to that dog and not seeing him again for a long time. Actually, I was sad, you know, I was really sad deep down that I had to say goodbye to the people and to that dog and to that place, because spending 3 months at the place, it gives you, it seems a short time to you, but from my experience, spending 3 months at the place, it gives you time to really start caring for that place and for the job, you know. I love being with the animals in a whole different context, because working with the animals in this type of context, so at an animal shelter, is very different, you know, from working at the hospital, where you have everything you possibly need to treat the animals, while at the shelter it's not like that, you know. It's a very raw environment, and it's very different treating the animals in those places. And I actually loved getting to know a bit more how the shelters work. I was finishing the meditation and this thought came into my head that was, I was pushing feelings into good spaces inside of me. And that describes so well what I was doing today. What I mean by that is that all those like almost negative feelings that I had, you know, the sadness of leaving people behind, of leaving that dog behind, of leaving those good times that I had while I was at the shelter, I was trying to also push those negative feelings into good spaces. So trying to, you know, to push these 3 months of my life into a really good space inside of me, because I want to remember everything, even though it was a bit sad and difficult for me to end the experience. Overall, I want to remember it as something good. It pains us to let things go, but we have to push the experiences, even the bad ones that we have, into good spaces. Now I'm actually talking about generally in life. Now that I'm starting to do a lot of different things and trying out different stuff and meeting new people and going to new places, it's going to be normal to saying goodbye, and I'm going to need to get used to it. And so it makes sense to me that I get used to pushing the feelings that I have associated with those experiences into good spaces, so that when I leave, it's also a good experience. You know, it's not a bad one. It's not bad to say goodbye. It just makes part of life. Because I think it was really beautiful what I felt yesterday, and I felt like I needed to share it. Moving on to the third topic, I think, of this vlog, that it turns out I am finally going to start my gap year in less than 15 days. It's actually like mind-blowing. I'm going to catch a flight to go to Malta to start my internship in photography, and I'm going to be there for 3 months, and I'm going to finally start my gap year. I was supposed to start my gap year in October of this year, but because of COVID, it all got postponed. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, after Malta, I'm supposed to go to Australia. But the thing with Australia is that everything is a bit crazy over there with the COVID situation. So it's been really difficult for me to obtain my visa and all of that. So I'm really not sure if I'm going to be able to go straight to Australia after I finish my internship in Malta. No matter what happens, I really don't want to come home, so during a whole year. So even if I finish my internship in Malta and I'm not able to go to Australia, I'm going to need to find a way to stay there. I need to start to find a way to make myself financially independent. I'm going to need to discover that along the way. And yeah, that's basically it. I think the most important lesson I learned from this year, from 2020, is that I've accepted that everything is alright. Everything happens when it is supposed to happen, and it is okay. Like, the only thing that I can actually control in my life is me. And so I'm the only one responsible to make my life what I want it to be. because nobody is going to do it for me, and nobody is going to live my life for me. So I'm feeling a lot more happier because I have accepted that it is okay to change. It is okay to want different things with your life, and I don't have to want the same things that I wanted 6 years ago, and that's okay. I want different things right now, and that's fine. That was a really big thing for me this year, I think. It was the fact that I've accepted myself as I am, with all the change that is going inside me, and I don't have to have my life figured out, like, ever. And my big plan for 2021 is to travel a lot, as much as I possibly can, meet new people, learn new cultures, and immerse myself, you know, immerse myself with the rest of the world. There is so much that I want to do and learn, and I don't know, there's so much out there that I just need to go and search for the meaning of my life. I am most sure that I'm a person right now that doesn't have a home. The way to describe how I'm feeling is that I am homesick of a place that I've never met, that I never went to, but I am homesick of that place. And it doesn't really have to be a physical place. It can be a spiritual place. It can be something inside of me that I still don't know what it is, that I need to find somewhere. And I feel like the way for me to find that home, being it a physical or spiritual place, is to go, is to leave. That's what I feel that I need to do. Because if I stay here, I know for sure that I'm not going to find that place. It's going to be a year of discovery of the world, of places, of people, of myself. And I'm going to start the search for my home. Because I know my home is somewhere, but I still don't know where it is, so I'm going to search for it. So that's it, guys, for today. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat, and I'll see you next year. Bye bye. Thank you a lot for watching from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.